you'll stand up and go that way.
I'm going to cross your river on stepping stones here.
And the rest of it from this table, if you'll wind your way in standing. So what we're doing is we're making branches of the river using humans.
Hold your arms out like you're
Yeah, you want to be about a little less than an arm's length away. If we have more space, we might spread out more. So you're going to be the headwaters, and Urban, you're going to be another headwaters. So kind of stand over here. There you go. But you need to be able to reach Sandy because you're going to hand her stuff. Okay. Get a couple more going here. So you can be the Green River. So you're going to be the headwaters of the Green, and you're going to be the headwaters of the Blue River. And so you're going to feed into Urban, who you both need to be able to reach Urban. So maybe you could stand over there. Okay, so you've got to both reach him. Now, just to clarify here, Urban, you're gonna feed to him, not to the ocean. Okay. So he's the only one that can feed the ocean because he's the main final channel of the Colorado River. You guys are tributaries. You guys are tributaries. Now,
no water ever hits you.
the Colorado River has some unique characteristics because of the area that it flows through. And one of those is it's very dependent. The flow is very dependent on seasons. Now we've moderated that somewhat with the dams, but this is an undammed Colorado River, so we're not going to have reservoirs building up here.
Okay, 200 years ago.
We're just going to continue the flow. But what I'll do is I'll control the flow based on seasons. So I'm going to tell you season, and I'll tell you to slow up, speed down, or speed up, slow down. There we go. So the headwaters, of course, are controlled by seasons. Everyone else is basically just controlled by gravity. You're just trying to move that water down. If you start dropping things, don't worry about it. Just let it drop. Actually, the book suggests another alternative, but anyway. So go ahead and start handing beads one at a time. Hand them out as quick as you can. And Sandy, you're gonna have to be ready to move. The tributaries are feeding you. The tributaries don't wait; just keep feeding. There you go. Sandy's getting the idea. Okay, now it's gonna go into winter, so things are slowing down. Slow. And remember, you guys flowing in the middle, just keep flowing. But the tributaries slow down because in the winter we're building up the snowpack. We don't have as much flow. If it falls, don't worry about it. All right, now in the spring, you start getting more flow. So tributaries, you start going faster, putting 2 or 3 more. Come on, go faster, faster. Keep going, keep going. Faster, faster. So into the spring. Okay, now summer's coming. We're going to slow down, tributaries. The snow melt is done. So now you're probably feeding a lot from groundwater. Slow down. Slow down. Okay. And then, of course, we get monsoon season, so we get a burst. So come on, burst. Burst. All right, now monsoon season's over. Yes, you guys all right, so slow down, slow down. We're moving back into winter. Winter, we're going to go slower. Slower. Okay, tributaries, slower.
The drought.
I still got gravity on my side. I have to go fast.
Okay. And now do spring melt. And we get an early spring melt, climate change, a lot of spring melt. Go, go. Alright, and stop.
Goodness, look at this.
Alright, now look around you. What the book suggests is flooding. All the beads on the floor are flooding because there are beads outside of the channel. Okay, so so we had some flooding going on here. And then, of course, like I talked about, seasonal control. Now, you were handling all those beads, did you see a lot of variation in what was going on?
Yeah, during the dry season, it was slow. It was easier to control. Then when it was the wet season, monsoon, and spring runoff, it was kind of hard.
Okay. Now, of course, over the years, we built dams and stuff like Don was talking about. That was 200 years ago. Now, coming up to the present day, we built dams to slow down that flow and to capture it. But one of the issues that Don also mentioned is that the water behind those dams tends to evaporate at higher rates than if it were just flowing. So there's actually water loss overall because of the dams, but it allows us to control the flow. So if that spring runoff comes early in the year and the farmers aren't ready for it, all that water would just flow and the farmers wouldn't be able to use it. But by having it dammed up, then they can control the flow and then flow it when they need it for agricultural use and stuff, which is, of course, one of the primary reasons we have all the dams, and the other one is, of course, power generation. So those are the two main purposes for our dams, but they also have their own ecological issues that impact. But now you guys get the fun of cleaning up all the beads. So,
And all the sandy part.